Good afternoon. We are going to make some banana muffins today, and it's kind of complicated. There's quite a few items, but they're all small, and we're actually going to deviate from the recipe just a little bit. The original recipe calls for 2 cups of flour and 4 ripe bananas. We have 4. We have to use them up, so they're going to go in here. So okay, so the first thing we're going to do is mash up the bananas. And we just got a potato masher here. It's nothing fancy. You could certainly do this with a mixer or a blender. Okay, we're going to put all the dry ingredients together first. And what we've got here is 2 cups of flour plus 1 tablespoon for the fourth banana. This is a teaspoon and a half of baking powder. This is a ½ teaspoon of baking soda. ½ teaspoon of salt. And then we have a 1/4 cup of white sugar. And then we have a 1/4 cup of packed brown sugar. 1/4 cup packed. Okay, now for a wet ingredients. Of course, we have our 4 bananas. We have 2 eggs. We'll put these in one at a time and mix them in. Careful. There's our second egg. That egg looks tough, little sucker. Now we have 1 teaspoon of vanilla. One 1/4 cup of canola oil. And just 1/4 cup. And a 1/4 cup of buttermilk. Now what we'll do, we have a 1/4 cup of melted and cooled butter. And that's the last of our wet ingredients. Now we're going to start adding the dry ingredients to the wet. sure we get all the lumps out of here now. Make sure there's no lumps from the sugars or flour. That looks pretty good. So we can cake better. Well, my wife informed me that we have to make a streusel for these. So what we got is a half cup of all-purpose flour, half cup of brown sugar, quarter teaspoon of salt, and we have a quarter of a cup of cold unsalted butter. And what we're going to do with that is we're going to take a pastry cutter and we're going to cut that in what we want to do is cut this butter into the flour sugar with the consistency of coarse sand. And this will take a few minutes. It's not hard, it just takes a little bit of elbow grease. Okay. That's actually looking pretty good. You don't want to work this too much, or your butter will start becoming soft. Okie dokie. So we need to start filling these. Now we don't want to fill these more than probably 2/3 full. We're going to have at least another measure there. No more. That's enough. Okay, what we've done here, we've got all the cupcakes filled up to where we want them. We've applied the streusel topping to the top of it, and you'll notice we came up short because these are extra large. These are muffins. They're not cupcakes. So what we did is we added a little bit of water to the empty spots, to absorb the thermal energy, and that will keep these from getting discolored and darkened. They have a 2-stage heat. What we've done is we're going to put them in the oven at 425 for 8 minutes. Then we won't take them out. We'll just leave the door closed and then turn the thermostat down to 350 for another 7 to 8 minutes. And as soon as these come out, we'll show you how they turn out. And here we are. So the muffins are out. They took a little bit longer than the recommended, simply because my wife made these muffin size instead of cupcake size. So it took a little longer for them to dry out the way they should be. So, but they're done now. They took maybe another 7 minutes total. And right now we have to wait for them to cool off. Okay. All right, here we go. These have cooled off a little bit. And we've gone from 4 overripe bananas to 9 banana muffins. So it's time to taste one of these. The topping, I think, is quite nice. And there we have a banana muffin, not a cupcake. It's still hot. Tastes very good. And the streusel, the topping, is quite nice. Oh, so don't throw away your overripe bananas. There's all kinds of things you can do with them: banana bread, banana cupcakes, banana muffins. If you buy something like that, make sure you get your money's worth and do something different with them. So until next time, I hope you enjoy this, and I wish you the best of luck. Bye-bye.